While chaos runs wild and noise fills every corner, a quiet power waits, often overlooked, but never lost. Focus, the finest blade, shaped by discipline and sharpened through stillness. In the crowded theater of daily life, most drift, scattered and unsure. But the focused move with quiet certainty, carving through the noise with intent unseen by most. This is no ordinary skill. It is a rare force, both misunderstood and deeply respected. As distractions multiply with every ping and scroll, the few who stay centered rise, able to see through the blur and walk paths others miss. This is the threshold of mindfulness, where clarity lives and where your future quietly begins. In the whisper of night's embrace, we embark on a journey of understanding, exploring the elusive power of focus, a skill both rare and formidable. This journey beckons us to rekindle the forgotten art of attention in a world buried beneath the noise of endless distractions. Those who master this craft move through life with elegance and certainty, slicing through illusions to uncover truths hidden from the unfocused eye. The journey to harness this power invites us to return to a simpler way of being, retreating from the ubiquitous clamor that demands our constant attention. Society thrives on our distraction, designed to fragment our thoughts with every notification and click. Yet within the art of focus lies a secret strength unknown to the world's distracted masses, a reservoir of inner power that transforms chaos into clarity and confusion into purpose. Focus is often romanticized, yet its true nature remains misunderstood. It's not just a tool, but a beacon guiding us through the fog of modern life. This skill, seemingly neglected by many, propels those who possess it into a realm where the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary. Focus allows one to sculpt their reality with precision, a master who wields attention not just as a tool, but as a way of life. Stepping toward mastery of focus requires more than a mere shift in action. It demands a profound change in our essence. The timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics guide us to focus solely on the present task, transforming this discipline into a sacred practice. Here, focus evolves into a ritual, connecting us with deeper truths, urging us to embrace the journey as much as its destination. In the fabric of life, focus is the thread that weaves transformation into being. It ignites the flame of inner change, awakening dormant potentials suffocated by complacency. While many float through life distracted, those who nurture focus walk a path of deliberate evolution. This path is outlined not by grand gestures, but by an unwavering commitment to clear, intentional acts. In the stillness of undivided attention, focus becomes a catalyst for personal transformation. As distractions retreat, clarity emerges, and insight flourishes. The mind focused gains access to realms where purpose-driven success and emotional resilience thrive. Here lies the power to face fears and challenges, transforming them into stepping stones on our path to fulfillment. The Stoic tradition offers a timeless perspective on the virtue of focus. For them, this was not merely a skill, but a key component of living a life aligned with nature's flow, embracing fate with wisdom and resilience. Focus, to the Stoics, serves as a pathway to inner strength, cultivating our ability to navigate life's chaos with grace. Existential philosophy, too, adds depth to our understanding of focus, guiding us to confront the absurdity of existence with courage. Focus becomes a tool for authenticity, empowering us to transcend societal norms and superficial distractions. By aligning our actions with personal values and beliefs, we gain clarity to face life's existential dilemmas, enriching our experience and transforming us from passive observers into active creators of our own destiny. Spiritual traditions across the world converge on the idea that focus is a sacred conduit, connecting us to the eternal in the midst of the ephemeral. Through focus, we engage with the present, uncovering an inner stillness that brings us closer to the divine. It's a journey of self-discovery that invites us to shed illusions and embrace clarity, guided by wisdom that leads us toward enlightenment. In the ebb and flow of human emotions, focus acts as an anchor amid the turbulence of anger, fear, and sadness. By practicing detachment, not as indifference, but as self-preservation, we gain control over our emotional landscape. Each focused breath becomes a claim to inner peace, fortifying us against life's trials with a sanctuary where we can heal and find harmony. The mastery of focus is intertwined with the fabric of discipline. It requires daily rituals like meditation, journaling, and moments of serene solitude. These rituals cultivate the habit of focus, transforming it from a fleeting occurrence into a permanent companion. This disciplined existence empowers perceptions, decisions, and actions, forging a path where focus becomes second nature. Ultimately, focus is an expression of self-ownership, a declaration of sovereignty over our inner world. By directing our attention with intention, we write the story of our lives based on purpose, not external validation. In doing so, we reclaim our worth and align our journey with values that transcend conformity. As our journey unfolds, focus becomes a lifestyle, one that transcends beyond its identification as a mere skill. It is a continuous path of self-discovery and transformation, inviting us to explore the unknown territories of our minds. Amidst moments of stillness and reflection, we find the courage to shed distractions and embrace focus as our companion. Walking this path, we move as custodians of clarity, navigating life's tides with intention and grace toward horizons of potential yet to be imagined. In the modern age, attention emerges not as mere focus, but as a profound currency, one that transcends material wealth. This currency lies in how an individual intentionally directs their thoughts, moments, and presence, much like a wise custodian meticulously manages resources. So too must we steward our attention with care. Imagine that every moment of attention, whether focused or dispersed, alters the tapestry of one's life. It is not something to hoard, but a flow, like a river shaping the landscape of our existence, with consequences both profound and subtle. When our focus is scattered across the endless expanse of modern stimuli, we compromise our mental clarity. The mind, bombarded with ceaseless distractions, loses its innate ability to interpret the essence of what truly matters. In a world that clamors for our attention, the capacity to cultivate sustained focus becomes not just a skill, but a refuge. This discipline allows the mind to unravel complexities, akin to sunlight converging through a lens to spark insight into the kindling of clarity. Attention intertwines deeply with our emotional landscape. Much like a steadfast vessel braving stormy seas, a mind centered through focused attention finds resilience amid emotional turbulence. Here, the rushed currents of reaction yield to the gentle tide of presence, where growth and understanding rise. In our culture of instant satisfaction, this stillness might appear passive, yet within these quiet spaces lies the fortitude that forms the bedrock of emotional stability. It is here that we make the profound shift from living reactively to engaging with deliberate certainty, where emotions are felt, acknowledged, and transformed into a deeper awareness of self. Beyond personal development, the power of focused attention grants a strategic advantage in life's myriad domains. The clarity that accompanies focus allows one to prioritize with precision, anticipating and effectively navigating challenges. It is akin to playing chess with foresight, where each move considers the potential of many outcomes. This strategic clarity is not simply a product of intellect or resources, but stems from the mindful cultivation of focus. In doing so, creativity flourishes, leading to innovative solutions and forward momentum not easily swayed by the fluctuations of the external world. In this war for attention, technology stands as both an ally and adversary. The digital world incessantly vies for our engagement, challenging the sanctity of our focus. Technology need not erode our attention. Rather, it becomes a tool of empowerment when wielded with intention. Engaging with digital landscapes calls for discernment and boundaries, laying the groundwork for balance where the focus can thrive without the fetters of incessant connection. Establishing digital literacy and adhering to mindful consumption grant space for creativity, relationships, and contemplation that stretches beyond the pixels of our screens. The reclamation of attention is profoundly influenced by the practice of mindfulness. In the sanctuary of mindfulness, the present becomes a tapestry rich with potential. Each breath, step, and pause draw us closer to the essence of deliberate living. Mindfulness transforms our ordinary experiences into extraordinary awakenings of awareness, teaching us to engage actively and purposefully with the world around us. This discipline nurtures a seamless harmony between the body, mind, and environment, a holistic integration facilitating growth, creativity, and balance. Mindfulness resonates beyond a singular moment of respite. It becomes an ever-growing deliberation in how we choose to live. Establishing boundaries becomes a sacred act in sustaining such focus. Personal boundaries act as invisible lines, protecting the integrity of our energy and time, which we guard against the chaos of external demands. These boundaries are articulated through self-reflection, ensuring that our energy is devoted to endeavors that nourish our core values and purpose. The strength to say no is a declaration of preservation, allowing space to delve into pursuits that resonate deeply within our spirit. Through boundaries, we shape the space where focus can flourish, a refuge within life's cacophony, where attention is sacred. Rituals of discipline align our inner intention with our outer expression. Each act, from the mundane to the profound, becomes an opportunity for focus to receive guidance, a structure for our aspirations to grow. Morning rituals invoke intention, evening reflections cultivate gratitude. Each practice fortifies the conduit of focus through stability and predictability. With regularity, these rituals transform into treasured habits, providing resilience against life's unpredictability and nurturing our evolution. Discipline becomes second nature, guiding the flow of our day with grace and precision, reducing distractions into harmony with purpose. Living with intention serves as the philosophical backbone of this narrative of focus. It transcends superficial engagements, envisioning each act as a brushstroke on the canvas of life, curated with intention. This mindful alignment with our values and aspirations channels focus into a coherent stream of purpose, ensuring that our lives reflect a tapestry of meaning and fulfillment. Intentional living calls for introspection, aligning desires and goals with the deeper calling of our spirit, fostering growth and inner peace along life's journey. Finally, when attention aligns with purpose, destiny reveals itself in the quiet unfolding of our potential. Purpose radiates as a guiding beacon, channeling focus towards endeavors that extend beyond transient desires. This relationship breathes life into each moment, infusing every action with vitality and significance. It challenges us to transcend the trivial and draw meaning from life's intricate web. Through intentional focus, we mold our legacy, where each step and choice echoes with authenticity and wisdom, reverberating through the lives we touch and the history we create. In the vast digital landscape, an intricate web has been woven, where the architecture of distraction is meticulously designed to capture each fleeting moment of your attention. This is not by chance, but by a deliberate, calculated effort to grasp the strands of your consciousness. Companies pour resources into the study of human psychology, seeking to exploit the vulnerabilities inherent in our nature. With each scroll through endless feeds and each click responding to insistent notifications, we partake in a vast, unfolding experiment. Our focus has become currency, a commodity traded in the bustling markets of distraction. This manipulation of attention is no mere accident. It's a crafted intent designed to tether us perpetually to screens, consuming endless streams of information, yet rarely creating anything of lasting substance. Our constant connectivity, far from being benign, worms its way into our minds, affecting not just productivity, but the wellspring of our mental health. The unending barrage of information fragments our attention, greatly reducing our capacity for sustained thought and deep reflection. The echoes of notifications and the relentless tug of updates drown out the whispers of our inner voice, leaving us reactive rather than deliberate, adrift rather than anchored. It becomes essential to realize that our focus is parceled out, packaged, and sold in this distraction economy. To reclaim our sense of control, we must discern these mechanisms of distraction, fostering an intentional approach to managing our attention. No longer allowing it to be hijacked by external forces, we can begin the journey inward. Distractions often mask themselves as benign, their subtlety disguising the theft of our precious hours. Social media, incessant emails, even the seemingly innocuous conversations, each chips away at the reservoir of our focus. The invisible thief operates in the blink of an eye. Moments that, left untouched, could have been invested in contemplation, creation, and the unfolding of self-discovery. The rush to check the latest social media update creates a compulsion that scatters the mind and fractures the day. This rapid toggling between tasks belies the hidden cost. Context switching taxes the brain and creates a fatigue that wears on the spirit. To reclaim focus, we must first recognize the insidious presence of this distraction, observing our habits with clarity and identifying the triggers that lead us away. Through mindfulness, deliberate boundaries, and mental safe zones, we build resistance to digital seductions. By understanding the personal triggers and implementing conscious pauses, we regain our autonomy. Living intentionally, we reconnect with inner drives, regaining control of our destinies rather than allowing ephemeral external stimuli to dictate them. In a world that reveres constant connectivity as a virtue, few acknowledge the psychological weight it imposes. This hyper-accessibility blurs the boundaries between personal and professional life, wrapping us in a chronic stress that denies the mind its needed reprieve. Left feeling frazzled, we nonetheless maintain our digital connections, despite knowing they deplete us. The constant ping of notifications creates an illusory urgency, distracting us from the meaningful endeavors where our focus should dwell. This overload diminishes the quality of our interactions. With attention divided, we miss the nuance, the depth that gives life color. The sacrifice of true connections on the altar of perpetual connectivity calls us to establish digital boundaries, a new sanctity needed in our lives to engage fully with the moments that truly matter. By preserving the quality of our interactions, we enhance our mental well-being, ensuring our connections remain vibrant and meaningful. Yet, in this age of unprecedented information access, we are inundated with a ceaseless stream of news and opinions. This deluge leads to what is known as information overload. The cognitive burden of sifting through can result in decision fatigue, deteriorating the quality of choices made. The abundance of information fragments attention, leaving us frozen in inaction, browsing without engaging deeply or productively. Practicing information filtering becomes crucial, honing our ability to discern essential knowledge from noise. Through curating our informational diet, we can prioritize quality, ensuring our cognitive resources remain sharp for the demands of deep thought. To reclaim focus amidst this era of distraction requires a shift in mindset and deliberate action. It's more than resisting the phone's pull. It's about creating an environment that nurtures deep work and sustained attention. By eliminating distractions from our physical space and cultivating rituals that anchor our day, we reinforce patterns that promote concentration. The art of digital minimalism invites us to use technology sparingly, with clear intentions, setting boundaries that turn it from a mindless habit into a purposeful tool. Mindful engagement with technology means setting intentions, structuring digital interactions thoughtfully, and adopting digital sabbaths, a conscious retreat from screens that fosters creativity and mental refreshment. In crafting an oasis of focus, we nurture tranquility by shaping our environments with cues that promote deep thought, designing our spaces with simplicity and calm. But ultimately, focus is an inner journey, rooted in self-awareness. Through meditation and reflective practices, we cultivate an inner landscape that resists the external pull of distractions. Embracing focus as a spiritual path aligns our attention with our deepest values, transforming our actions into reflections of our true selves. Whether through cultivating solitude, an often undervalued art form, or exercising emotional resilience, we fortify ourselves against a world eager to fragment our attention. As we undertake this journey inward, we find that in stillness and intention, our focus indeed becomes a path, a means to uncover the depths of who we are and all we might yet become. In a world of relentless information flow, where chaos dances wildly, the power of focus stands as a lighthouse amidst a storm. It is not an assertion of intellectual supremacy, but a whisper of clarity, a vision that sees the essence where others perceive only noise. With focus, the mind cuts through the fog, unveiling truths hidden beneath irrelevant details, like a sculptor revealing a masterpiece within marble. Thoughts align, intuition melds with logic, and connections once obscured become vivid, offering glimpses of deeper understanding. As clutter dissipates, clarity sharpens, the mind, devoid of distractions, begins to hear the whispered wisdom beneath the din, grasping nuances that echo life's profound complexity. Focus becomes a beacon, guiding us toward choices steeped in foresight, leading us to pathways unseen by those who merely glance rather than gaze. In this clarity, focus becomes an ally, transforming perception into action with precision and intent. Distracted minds drift aimlessly, immersed in a cacophony of competing stimuli. In contrast, the focused mind navigates like a seasoned mariner, steering with precision, brushing aside the tumult that seeks to divert. Mastery of attention becomes a tool of transcendence, cutting through superficial distractions and diving into understanding's depths. This depth empowers the focused to discern the essential from the expendable, swiftly casting aside that which lacks substance. Noise is more than sound. It embodies the mental chatter that clogs the mind. The focused mind sifts through this clamor, discerning patterns missed by others swept by chaos. This act of willpower chooses significance over the superficial. By filtering the frenetic buzz, focused individuals perceive order amidst randomness, crafting strategies in a world crowded with confusion. Opportunities scatter like seeds across life's barren landscapes, often overlooked by those ensnared in monotony. A focused mind, free from unnecessary distractions, nurtures these seeds into flourishing possibilities. Forever dismissing happenstance, it draws potential from unyielding circumstances. Imagination and pragmatism converse, inviting new pathways leading to innovation and discovery, turning the improbable into the achievable. Focus transcends conventional thinking, breaking barriers and making the impossible possible. With undistracted singularity, the mind soars above limitations, exposing opportunities dormant under conventional sight's shadow. Here lies the realm where visions translate into reality, and disciplined focus transforms abstract dreams into tangible achievements, unattainable for those dispersed by distraction. Boundaries often arise from perception, self-imposed limits within the mind. Yet focus pierces these constraints, unlocking a vision beyond tradition's horizon, fueled by disciplined attention. As these barriers dissolve, the mind delves deeper, expanding the conceivable, challenging comfort's periphery, until the impossible becomes another threshold in the pursuit of excellence. The art of deep observation reveals the mastery of bringing one's full attention to bear. Through focus, one observes nuances, painting a fuller picture of reality. Patient listeners linger in the subtleties others hastily overlook. As details emerge, the depth of understanding deepens, illuminating insights otherwise unseen, forming the foundation of wisdom. In this fast-paced world, focus reveals the profound over what's merely visible. True intelligence lies beneath the surface, evoking wisdom that weaves intricate threads of thought, revealing truths unrecognized by the casually aware. With focus, the world unfolds, unraveling layers of meaning within each moment. Assumptions cloak reality, often misleading thought into comfortable avenues. Yet, the focused mind courageously lifts this veil, challenging preconceptions with curiosity. It scrutinizes ingrained beliefs formed from years of unquestioned acceptance. Through attentive focus, assumptions weaken, allowing truth to emerge unbound by expectations' constraints. Navigating complexity often feels like traversing an impenetrable maze. The focused mind, however, disentangles this labyrinth into simple strands. Each twist becomes a learning opportunity, revealing deeper truths amidst intertwined systems. As focus resists distraction's allure, understanding blooms from complexity's chaos, crafting narratives of coherence and enlightenment. Focus unveils a tapestry of interconnections woven within the universe. Where distraction fractures perception, focus unifies, revealing relationships binding seemingly disparate elements. As a symphony emerges from cacophony, the focused mind traces interconnectivity, appreciating life's intricate balance. This interconnectivity awareness inspires profound appreciation for natural order's elegance, recognizing a grander design within individual elements. Focus honors this unity, nurturing decisions, enhancing harmony within the world's unfolding story. The magic of single tasking contrasts with the scattered energy of multitasking, immersing deeply in the present task. The focused mind refuses to fragment capacity, embracing singular attention's depth. Here, creativity's brilliance sets free, transforming the ordinary into extraordinary achievements. Aligning with focus's rhythm, insight flows unblocked by distraction's weight. In flow, attention harmonizes with action, crafting synergy where creativity thrives. As insight emerges from this balance, intuition dances with clarity, illuminating understanding's glow. Within the synergy of focus and flow, intention merges with serendipity. Focused presence and clarity guide thoughts and actions, capturing magical moments of insight, flowing smoothly and transforming potential into reality. This is the quiet mastery of a focused mind, seeing farther and deeper than most dare to imagine. In the vast landscape of modern existence, the mind becomes a battlefield where the struggle for focus rages against the relentless assault of distractions. Social media notifications, news alerts, and the incessant hum of technology form the artillery besieging our mental strongholds. To engage in deep work is to stand firm in resistance, a deliberate defiance of the shallow currents threatening to erode our cognitive potential. It is a conscious choice to elevate our thoughts to sacred ground, where only the meaningful should tread. Distractions are formidable adversaries, seeking to disperse attention and dilute purpose. Embracing deep work is not about retreating from these forces, but engaging with them strategically. It is an affirmation of volition, where choosing focused, undivided attention transforms the mind into a sharpened weapon, cleaving through the noise with clarity. In this crucible of self-mastery, each mindful decision to engage deeply forges a path toward destiny. Discipline emerges as the armor of the deep-working warrior. Without it, trivial tasks and distractions strike at our core, leaving focus weakened and fractured. The disciplined mind does not merely react, but anticipates, crafting an environment where profound work can thrive. Through rituals of time management and the nurturing solitude of focus, discipline becomes an unyielding guardian, shielding us from the chaos of a clamorous world. This same armor is crafted through practice, the cumulative effect of choosing duty over idle procrastination, steadfastness over fleeting pleasure. Boundaries are carefully erected, not to exclude, but to create havens where the mind can flourish uninhibited. Here, discipline is synonymous with freedom, unshackling us from distraction and granting us the grace to explore our depths with intention. Sustained attention is an art, a delicate choreography where concentration becomes a dance of elegance and endurance. Within its embrace, thoughts are given space to mature, ideas to evolve, and creativity to unfold unencumbered. There's a symphony in the silence of sustained attention, where hours find purpose and understanding emerges from the depths. patience, and grace are required, welcoming boredom as a threshold to deeper thought, a rhythm that builds toward mastery and insight. A physical environment conducive to deep work acts as a sanctuary, a space curated with intention and foresight. Minimalism, comfort, and function converge, stripping away distractions to leave room only for the tools of our craft. This outward expression mirrors the inward focus we strive to cultivate. Similarly, a mental environment is shaped with rituals that nurture calm and invite concentration, anchoring attention amidst storms of distraction. The inner dialogue, too, must be mastered, as it often veers us from focus. This chatter of the mind reflects fear, doubt, and distraction, but mastering it nurtures a voice of resilience and clarity, a guide toward purpose. It becomes an ally, gently steering the mind back to tasks when it strays. Through mindfulness, we reshape thoughts that hinder focus, transforming negative self-talk into opportunities for growth. Isolation and engagement form a vital dichotomy. Isolation provides refuge, a sanctuary free from external stimuli, offering the stillness where insights surface, while engagement directs this focus outward, synthesizing ideas and generating outcomes. In mastering this dance, we balance solitude and social interaction, each supporting the practice of deep work. Sacrificing the superficial becomes necessary. By relinquishing endless scrolling and short-lived distractions, we make room for pursuits of significance. This sacrifice is not deprivation, but prioritization, foregoing what holds fleeting value in favor of what fosters genuine growth. In doing so, we reclaim time, energy, and focus, enriching a life filled with purpose. The armor against resistance is forged from persistence, adaptability, and self-care. Resistance materializes as procrastination, fear, and fatigue, yet by facing it, we recognize it as a sign of growth. Persistence anchors us through doubt. Adaptability allows flexibility in strategy, and self-care prevents burnout, safeguarding our pursuit. This triad transforms resistance into a catalyst for advance. Reflecting on the journey of deep work offers clarity, an opportunity to assess victories and setbacks. This contemplation affirms that deep work is a lifelong journey. More than a productivity check, reflection connects us with our inner selves, acknowledging efforts and celebrating victories. The legacy of deep work is imprinted upon our character and contributions to the world. It shapes lives into narratives of intent and depth, turning moments into enduring legacies. This legacy is measured not by accolades, but by inward growth and external contributions, the profound effect of focused effort in achieving potential and inciting change. It symbolizes the triumph of concentration over distraction, commitment over complacency, meaning over superficiality. In the deep quiet of dedicated work, we craft an enduring legacy, a quiet testament echoing beyond our immediate perception. In the quiet dance of life, choosing focus begins with the courage to refuse the seductive siren call of distraction. Each day, life's endless parade of choices tempts us to stray from our intended path, much like a leaf adrift in a swirling current. Teddy Roosevelt once reflected on the virtue of small sacrifices, and it is here we find ourselves, confronted with small refusals that echo loudly in the corridors of our minds. To pivot toward a path of concentrated intent means harnessing the will to turn from the transient and instead invest in the depth of our mental fortitude, valuing longer-term growth over the whims of short-lived gratifications. This inner conviction, like a steadfast compass, guides one through life's cacophonous landscape, awash with distractions as numerous as the stars. Each whispered no to fleeting desires bolsters our resolve, clearing space for clarity and the pursuit of genuine significance. What might appear at first to be an act of deprivation, in truth becomes liberation, a reclaiming of life from the grasping clutches of external demands. Within this sanctuary of focus, boundaries emerge as the fortress walls that guard against cognitive and emotional depletion. Building this edifice requires both foresight and self-awareness. It demands an honest acknowledgement of one's limits and vulnerabilities. With intention, one crafts time and space into bastions where deep focus can settle and thrive. It's scaffolding as much an act of self-love as it is of self-discipline. In the solitude that follows, we find both discomfort and enlightenment. Quiet seclusion, far removed from the world's incessant chatter, grants access to depths of focus unreachable amidst the public clamor. Here, where the mind can journey freely, the vast landscape of thoughts and ideas lies stretched before us, turning solitude into fertile soil for profound revelations and creative breakthroughs. Crucial to this pursuit, too, is the discipline of ritual and repetition. Much like a craftsman perfecting his art through rhythmic movements, the human spirit finds mastery through consistent practice under familiar conditions. Rituals serve as the rhythmic drumbeats guiding wandering thoughts back to center. Whether morning routines or purposeful task approaches, they resonate as calls to synchronized action, aligning mind and body in harmonious pursuit of clarity. As repetition becomes the woven fabric of our focus, we lean into Aristotle's wisdom. Excellence is not an act, but a habit. The brain, fond of patterns, optimizes through repetition, allowing focus to permeate our being until it becomes second nature. Consistent focus becomes the thread weaving through our days, transforming scattered intentions into harmonious, deliberate actions. However, the lure of multitasking stands as a false beacon, tempting us with the promise of productivity, but delivering a fractured mind. Embracing singular intent reveals that human focus is a delicate instrument, not a machine of tireless capacity. Depth of engagement, prioritizing focused attention over divided activity, liberates the mind from self-imposed chaos and opens the gateway to deeper understanding and richer experiences. In tandem with these practices comes the art of deliberate absence, the mindful step back to rekindle focus. Here, we willingly retreat from social entanglements, technological sirens, and overstimulation, not as an escape, but as a strategic respite for recalibration. Just as pruning encourages a tree's growth, deliberate absence clarifies our intentions, frees us to separate needs from wants, and recharges our energy for vital endeavors. Nurturing this inner landscape with mindfulness, focus takes root in present awareness, an observance without judgment or clinging. Through meditation, conscious breathing, and attentiveness to each moment, we engage in a mental decluttering, a distillation process that leaves only what truly matters. Silence, too, is our ally, enriching focus through the power of deep listening. In silence, subtler currents of thought emerge, revealing insights often buried beneath daily noise. Silence stills mental chatter, offering perspective, allowing for reflection, and bringing life's painting into focus, revealing a clearer picture of oneself. As we set priorities, we discern what demands our presence, what can await another day, and what to dismiss. By curating these elements with care, the chaos of choice is transformed into an exhibit of clarity and intention. When priorities align with deeper aspirations, thus focus sharpens into a beacon guiding every action toward meaningful pursuit. Ultimately, focus shines as an act of self-respect, a declaration of belief in one's worth and the power to shape one's destiny. Choosing to focus acknowledges our limits, honors our strengths, and represents a commitment to nurture all parts of ourselves. This stewardship over time and attention culminates in enriched experiences and enduring contributions. By embracing focus as self-respect, we engage with life meaningfully, not as passive observers, but as thoughtful creators of our narratives. As focus partners with choice, it becomes the quiet force animating the symphony of our lives, allowing us to resonate fully with the melody of our own making. In a world awash with distractions, the rare soul who achieves clarity stands as a pillar of strength amidst the chaos. This clarity is not a gift bestowed, but the result of unwavering commitment, an anchor that elevates the mind from the tumult of noise to the serene heights of purpose. To commit to a singular vision demands both courage and humility. Courage to face monotony, and humility to acknowledge that true mastery is born from relentless refinement. Commitment is about discerning the essential from the superfluous, often mistaken for a mundane existence. Yet, within this choice lies profound wisdom and freedom. As one embraces commitment, clarity unfurls like a delicate tapestry, revealing its intricate patterns with each layer. Those committed understand their time and energy are finite treasures. By dedicating themselves to a life of purpose, they transcend ephemeral distractions, unlocking doors to deeper understanding. Clarity remains a dynamic, evolving journey, not a static milestone, demanding continual reassessment to stay aligned with one's true self. Here, distraction is more than an annoyance. It is a painful reminder of the importance of focus. Distractions seduce with the novelty and immediacy that steer us away from fulfilling pursuits. In this sea of noise, purpose serves as a lighthouse, guiding us safely through turbulent waters. It anchors us, much as air sustains our lungs. Simplifying life to remain true to this purpose may seem daunting, yet it is this very simplicity that breaks the shackles of distraction, granting access to realms of insight and satisfaction. To find purpose amid distractions, one must delve into introspection, facing fears, desires, and the imperfections inherent in humanity. This journey resembles that of a mythic hero, fraught with challenges, but ultimately rewarding as it illuminates life's true meaning. When purpose is fully embraced, attention naturally aligns with intent. Each day becomes part of a greater narrative aimed at realizing a larger mission. This alignment quiets the cacophony of modern life, awakening a serene understanding of one's place in the world. Paradoxically, pain becomes a catalyst in the quest for clarity through commitment. Physical, emotional, or existential pain forces us to confront truths often ignored in comfort. Discomfort shatters illusion, presenting raw truths requiring focused attention, revealing life's transience. When embraced, pain transforms into a teacher, refining values and priorities. This process strips away the trivial, leaving only the essential. Facing pain with intent requires courage, the courage to sit with discomfort and draw wisdom from it. Such clarity is inevitable when pain reveals what truly matters, transcending distractions recognized as escapes from authentic experiences. Non-attachment, a principle ingrained in Stoicism and Buddhism, teaches that clear vision emerges when we release our grip on permanence. By detaching from outcomes and focusing on the journey, we free ourselves from anxiety. Herein lies clarity, fostering adaptability and openness to life's varied experiences. As one sheds rigid expectations, new possibilities emerge, transforming setbacks into opportunities for growth. To cultivate non-attachment is akin to mastering an art, requiring discipline and balance through constant practice. It does not imply a lack of ambition, but rather understanding that clutching too tightly blinds us to context. In the dance of desire and surrender, clarity guides with purpose. This practice centers us despite life's unpredictabilities, fostering resilience and focus that illuminate the heart of our endeavors. Releasing attachment aligns us with adaptability, enhancing perception grounded in the present moment. Emotional resilience is invaluable in achieving clarity, shielding against distraction and laying a foundation for understanding. Resilient minds face turbulence gracefully, adapting where others falter. This flexibility arises not from invulnerability, but tempered experience of past challenges. Emotion is filtered through reason, aligning action with intent to create an indomitable focus, fortified against the worry of fleeting moods and setbacks. Routines, often seen as monotonous, form the disciplined design that serves as a canvas for clarity. These structures provide a framework for focus, imposing order upon chaos. Within each routine lies potential, shaping our day's creative flow. Discipline demands commitment, not only to work, but to buffers that preserve mental and spiritual well-being. Intentional routines cultivate rhythm, unveiling masterpieces, one deliberate stroke at a time. Solitude stands as a sacred partner in seeking clarity. It offers refuge from ceaseless demands. Within this sanctuary, the soul rejuvenates and commitment solidifies, drawing strength from introspection. Solitude is not isolation, but communion with self, an intricate dance with thoughts, dreams, and fears explored without external interruption. As the journey unfolds, clarity is not the destination, but the commitment itself, a pilgrimage towards self-realization. It embraces each experience layer, uncovering a light of acute awareness. Commitment, cherished throughout, carves pathways through life's challenges and illuminates corridors of potential purpose. Let this intertwine with clarity, echoing through doubt's mountains and distraction's rivers. Through dedication, clarity emerges, crystallizing ambiguity into meaningful expressions, guiding us from existence to being, transcending momentary limits to forge a legacy profoundly transformative. In the heart of a focused mind lies an architecture crafted with purpose and reverence. Imagine your mind as a temple, a sacred space where only thoughts of importance dwell, shielded from the world's unending noise. This mental sanctuary is not built by chance, but through intentional cultivation, echoing the ancient Stoics' belief in the mind's power to shape reality. Here, within the confines of your mental domain, you are the sole architect, maintaining clarity and purpose, safeguarded by the principles of discipline and focus from the barrage of distraction. Building this sanctuary involves a journey inward, where the chaos of the world recedes and the silence of the mind amplifies profound truths. The environment you nurture within your mind guides every decision, every action, orienting you toward a life of deliberate intention. Within the mental temple's walls, focus becomes a natural state, a way of being that surpasses everyday chaos. By protecting this sacred ground, you nurture an ecosystem of thought that fosters creativity, wisdom, and strength, virtues that empower your capacity to concentrate and act with precision. In this fortified state, focus transforms into an unassailable stronghold, granting you serene stillness amidst distraction's storm. The external world mirrors your internal state. Just as a cluttered desk might muddle the mind, a tranquil space has the power to center it. The connection between outer chaos and inner disorder is reflective, mirroring the dance between your surroundings and focus. The sages of old recognized this interplay, meditating amidst nature to experience clarity within its simplicity and order. As you navigate your space, ask whether it inspires focus or fuels distraction. A thoughtfully curated environment invites the mind to wander inward, exploring its depths with unhindered attention. To reinforce this mental sanctuary, curate your physical environment with purpose. Every item should support your goals, not as an exercise in minimalism, but in creating a space conducive to clear thought. Surround yourself with objects that inspire and remind you of your vision, grounding you to your purpose. Like philosophers guided by ancient scrolls, let your space be filled with symbols of the focus you seek. Align your surroundings with your internal focus, transforming them into extensions of your inner tranquility, diligent yet serene. Routine is the silent guardian of focus, a daily pilgrimage to maintain the mind's sanctity. Just as a garden requires tending, so does your mental environment need consistent habits to prevent distractions' weeds from taking root. Routine anchors you in chaos, a beacon that guides you back to your center. With disciplined rituals, the mind finds comfort and order, enabling uninterrupted focus. Daily routines, whether journaling, practicing gratitude, or reflecting in silence, declutter the mind, establishing a rhythm that supports your mental ecosystem. As these rhythms solidify, distractions lose their power, overruled by the familiarity of established patterns, sanctifying your mental environment for focus amid life's unpredictability. Time is the most sacred asset in the pursuit of focus. Once lost, it is irretrievable. In a world with endless demands on attention, mastering time management is imperative. Recognizing time as a finite resource is crucial for guarding your mental environment. A meticulous guardian of time views each moment as an opportunity for focus or distraction, casting moments for silence and reflection through deliberate scheduling. By transforming time into a tool for focus, we strike a balance between engagement and rest, recharging mental reserves through meditative practices or creative endeavors. As time becomes a canvas for focus, distractions are skillfully averted, elevating your focus and mastering the art of turning fleeting moments into enduring achievements. Silence, often underrated, is the forgotten ally of a focused mind, an absence that amplifies presence. The quest for silence is essential amid modern life's constant communication. It is not merely about quiet. Silence embodies the presence of self, clarifying the internal dialogue. It's a tool for diving deep within thoughts, as great thinkers have long recognized. Incorporating silence acts as a cleansing ritual, creating a space where ideas evolve freely, fostering a mental climate for innovation. Embrace silence as your canvas for focus, allowing thoughts the freedom to unfold. In these quiet moments, the mind reclaims its power, nurtured by simplicity. Mindful consumption shapes focus, with selective input becoming crucial in the information-saturated world. The content you allow into your mind forms the foundation of your thoughts. Just as the body needs quality nourishment, the mind demands thoughtful intake. Opt for knowledge that elevates understanding, whether through books, conversations, or meditation. Curate your mental diet like a treasured library, rich in quality that aligns with purpose and expands perspective. This approach preserves the mind's sanctity, sharpening focus amidst the vast information available. Finally, solitude is a refuge for a focused mind in an interconnected world. It's an embrace of one's company, where the mind wanders without judgment. Solitude, sought by philosophers, isn't an escape, but an inward journey, relinquishing social distractions to reconnect with the self. In solitude, focus flourishes, free from external demands. It empowers the mind to question and imagine, fostering creativity and deepening insight. Let solitude be a practice of reconnection, rekindling the flame of focus. It affirms the mind's sanctuary as a place of power, illuminating paths of purpose. In the quiet solitude of intentional living, there exists the art of precision that shapes a man's journey. Not merely attention to detail, but a deeper clarity of purpose and direction. Imagine the archer, poised and unwavering, whose every movement aligns with a singular aim. This is the essence of the focused individual, moving through life devoid of wasted energy, each decision echoing the resonance of long-term vision. In the chaos of modernity, where distractions abound, precision emerges as a discipline, honed through countless decisions to prioritize the essential over the trivial. It is this unwavering commitment to core values and aspirations that sharpens the mind, enabling one to navigate complexity with an elegance and effectiveness unseen by those who drift aimlessly. Yet, living a life of precision demands sacrifice, a conscious shedding of superfluous commitments, and the courage to part ways with pursuits and companionships misaligned with one's deepest intentions. This is not an embrace of rigidity. Rather, it is an act of making space for the truly significant. Through this lens of precision, the world unfolds anew, presenting opportunities invisible to those entangled in distraction and indecision. This cultivated clarity of purpose allows the focused man to unleash his full potential, transforming him into an unstoppable force. For precision is not merely skill, but the embodiment of a profound understanding of self and place in the world. Amidst the noise, patience stands as the silent fortress of the focused soul, channeling mental energy into deeds of true significance. In an era fixated on rapid results, patience provides the equilibrium, a gentle reminder that aspirations worth pursuing ripen over time. The focused man embraces this virtue, recognizing that meaningful accomplishments arise not from hurried efforts, but through a steadfast and persistent journey. Patience roots him, allowing him to persist even when the rewards seem distant. Within him resides a quiet faith in process, for true growth often occurs subtly, only revealing its presence profoundly in time's unfolding. This patience is far from passive. It demands active engagement, a priority of presence amid chaos. The focused individual finds that patience breeds resilience, equipping them with fortitude essential for overcoming adversities on the traversed path toward greatness. It teaches the mastery of timing, when to act decisively and when to wait for the opportune moment. Thus, patience becomes the rhythm by which life is navigated, a deliberate, enduring cadence that outlasts the fleeting intensity of those who lack focus and patience. It is through this patience that the potential blossoms, granting the focused man the gift of transformation and the realization of his life's purpose. Momentum, then, becomes the engine of his journey, the inexorable force that propels him ever closer to his aspirations. As a river gathers strength from tributaries, so too does momentum build from the relentlessly pursued efforts of each day. It is less about explosive bursts than it is about a steady, disciplined march, each step reinforcing the last in a compounding cascade of progress. Here lies transformation, where the improbable becomes inevitable, sculpted by the deliberate molding of small victories acquired day by day. Maintaining momentum requires vigilance. The focused man knows well the ease with which it can vanish, as complacency and distraction loom ever present. He guards this sacred force with respect, maintaining his pace with discipline and honoring the alignment between his actions and purpose. This momentum becomes more than mere motion. It is a trusted companion on his quest for fulfillment, guiding him with unwavering clarity. Just as focus charts the course to personal mastery, it serves as the cornerstone of an enduring legacy. In its light, the focused man forges connections and contributions that transcend his time, imprinting upon the world a testament to the life he lived. Legacy is not about seeking accolades, but about authenticity, crafting a life aligned with true values and meaningful endeavors. Through focus, he touches others, creating ripples that extend beyond his own existence, whether through art, ideas, or selfless service. Building a legacy is to partake deeply in one's life's work, infusing it with resonance and purpose that echoes through eternity. It is focus that channels his energy into avenues where his presence can effect real change, transforming the mundane into the extraordinary and rendering the transient timeless. The legacy of the focused man, then, is an enduring flame, illuminating the way for future generations, a symbol of a life lived with deliberate intention. Nevertheless, even the steadiest of souls encounter distractions, for the world is relentless in its attempts to scatter thought and attention. The hallmark of the focused man is his graceful navigation of these disturbances. He acknowledges their existence, letting them drift past like clouds in the vast sky, without surrendering to their pull. This ability stems from a practiced mindfulness, a cultivation of inner serenity that shelters him from the external din. Through such mastery, he retains agency over his focus, transforming distraction not into an enemy, but an experience transcended. His focus remains a sacred space, guarded fiercely, yet tenderly nurtured, for it is his alone to uphold. In a world perpetually in motion, the serenity of stillness remains a rare jewel. True stillness offers a sanctuary, where the mind reflects the world with clarity, discerning the intricate patterns of existence. It's a discipline honed by those who resist being swept away by the ever-rising tides of distraction. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, echoing through the corridors of time, reminds us that the pursuit of stillness amid chaos is the mark of the truly focused. When distractions knock upon their door, these individuals stand unwavering, observing the world while remaining tethered to their chosen path. This commitment to stillness represents a conscious rebellion against the noise that infiltrates our modern lives. Just as sailors rely on the stars to navigate the vastness of the sea, one anchored in stillness charts a course through life's uncertainties with a compass crafted from focus. Engaging in disciplined detachment and mindful breathing serves as a foundation, aligning body, mind, and soul. into a harmonious stream of purpose. This practice draws from Buddhist teachings, illustrating that stillness is not a mere pause in the dance of life, but a powerful tool to reshape destiny, ready to face whatever challenges the world may present. The focused mind resembles a finely tuned instrument, playing life's symphony with precision. Mindfulness, akin to the practiced stillness of Zen practitioners, is the conscious direction of thought, an effort to stay present and attentive. Through this practice, one learns to observe rather than react, untying the knots of distraction and unease to reveal focused intent. As mindfulness sharpens awareness, it gifts individuals the ability to address distractions with calm precision before they take root, reinforcing the power of steadfast attention. Through consistent mindfulness, subtle shifts in mental and emotional states are recognized and embraced. This observant discipline allows individuals to refocus their thoughts toward their intended goals, whether it be a simple breath or a complex vision. The processes of ritual and repetition etch pathways in the mind, fortifying resilience and attentiveness. Each return to focus strengthens the seam between thought and action, nurturing a profound connection to life that transcends fleeting distractions to embrace a more purposeful existence. Liberation from reaction resides in focus, the freedom to choose responses rather than succumb to external chaos. The insights of Epictetus reveal that mastering reactions is the first step towards controlling one's focus. The focused mind acts as a gatekeeper, presiding over decisions with wisdom and deliberation. To overcome reactive tendencies involves recognizing triggers, fostering environments for reflection, and transforming impulsive reactions into thoughtful responses aligned with core values. Detachment from unyielding power is not the goal, but embracing serenity and strength in discernment, harmonizing the inner and outer realms. In embracing the unpredictable threads of life's tapestry, focus becomes an ally. By centering on what can be controlled, thoughts, actions, aspirations, one draws strength from the currents of uncertainty rather than fear. This perspective echoes existential philosophy, highlighting transformative choice in an indifferent world. Rather than perceiving uncertainty as a threat, it becomes a canvas for creativity. This mindset encourages adaptability and resilience, allowing for graceful navigation through unforeseen challenges. Focus not only aids success, but serves as an ally on life's intricate journey, paving a way to embracing complexity. Legacy, constructed through focused actions, extends beyond physical bounds, imprinting the world long after passing. This journey implores one to align actions with core values, creating ripples across generations. Drawing from both ancient wisdom and modern vision, focus clarifies purpose, driving meaningful change. Every decision becomes a brick in the structure of a desired future, guided by intention and conscious sacrifice. Legacy is built through perseverance, staying the course despite distractions, and commitment to growth even through setbacks and failures. Thus, one's influence becomes timeless, inspiring others across the fabric of time. The harmony of thoughts and actions reveals the pursuit of focus as not merely cerebral, but embodying an inner symphony. When thoughts lead to purposeful action, focus becomes innate rather than a struggle. This alignment resonates with Carl Jung's teachings on unifying contradictions within the self. Rituals like meditation and journaling lay the groundwork for focus, bridging intention and action. By intertwining inner and outer realms, life flows with intention, tethering focus seamlessly into daily existence and catalyzing growth and achievement. Detachment serves as a cleansing agent for focus by liberating the mind from clutter and emotional entanglements. Contrary to apathy, detachment is key to clarity and purpose, steeped in Stoic and Eastern philosophies, advocating freedom through letting go of the uncontrollable. By reassessing attachment to outcomes, focus sharpens, unleashing creativity and problem-solving without fear of expectation. Creating space for the essential in the present propels fulfillment and success, free from attachment's chains. Focus fuels resilience, the quiet force enduring through adversity. Informed by Nietzsche's philosophy, focus becomes the means to endure life's trials. Challenges transform into growth opportunities, and focus on ultimate goals nurtures an inner reservoir of strength. Navigating setbacks with a creative spirit, the focused mind emerges fortified, turning resilience into both defense and defining trait. Emotional interplay with focus enhances resilience, fostering balance and facilitating growth. The timeless journey of focus concludes with the assurance that those who control it shape their own destinies. Inspired by both ancient and modern wisdom, focus remains an eternal pursuit, transforming both individual and world. Through ongoing self-discovery and growth, focus extends far beyond the present, inspiring with purpose and connection to humanity's shared journey. If this resonated with you, consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more content that guides you on your path to focus and personal growth.